does Hideo Kojima get his ideas? In this podcast, we take a deep dive into his brain and shed light on his creative process. Hideo Kojima presents Brain Structure.
こんにちは、小島秀夫です。ポッドキャストプログラム、秀夫小島プレゼンツ、ブレインストラクチャー、今回もスタートしました。で、今日はですね、スペシャル番組としてですね、アメリカロサンゼルスの、Spotify の、スタジオから初の、ビデオポッドキャストをお送りします。そしてパートナーを務めていただけますのは、こちら我らがジェフ・キーリー。
Thank you, Hideo.
Welcome.
Welcome to Los Angeles. This is so special to be doing this podcast with you here. We just had the Game Awards, which we'll talk about, and so honored after 3 years I got to see you again. We hadn't seen each other since Game Awards 2019. And yeah, we're very excited to be here doing this podcast. First time on video, too.
で、ジェフ、昨日、ジェフTJ ありがとうございます。お疲れ様です。大丈夫ですか？寝てないんじゃないですか？昨日パーティーも遅くまでやってた。
Yeah, it was a very busy week. It's hard when you do these shows because you spend almost a year making them. It's sort of like maybe when you launch a game and then it's done. So now, we rest. But yeah, it was a very busy week. But we're very happy with the response from the fans, and certainly DS2. The announcement was, one of the big announcements of the show. And I think the fans don't realize, how long we work on that. I mean, we've been working almost all year. We've been working on your plan with DS2 and the team building the trailer. So yeah, we had a very good show, and it was great to have you back on stage 3 years later, because the pandemic obviously meant that we really couldn't see each other. So it was nice to have everyone together in the same room to connect, as we talk about in DS, the connection.
3年前の TGA が僕はもう出席したのが最後だったんで、それからパンデミックがあって、3年ぶりにオーディエンスがいるところで、クリエイターも関係者もいるところでトレーラーを流せて、やっぱりビデオコールとか、ネットでのつながりっていうのはいいんですけど、やっぱり同じ箱に入って一緒に画面を見てっていうその経験を久々にできたので非常に嬉しかったですし、体験をやっぱりスタッフに体感してほしかったというのがありまして、結構な人数をロスに来てもらって、で一緒に見て一緒に感動して、この気持ちを、日本に東京に持ち帰って制作に役立てることができるので非常に良かったです。ジェフもありがとうございました。
Oh, of course. Yeah, it was so special to have the big 80-foot screen and seeing it, because so often we see things now on our phones, and, it's the experience of the big screen. It's just like going to a movie, right? A big screen and the audience. And I think filmmakers always like to have the reaction of the audience, and game makers don't always get that because it's such a personal experience playing a game. So when we can have thousands of fans there together, and for the announcement of the game with a beautiful trailer like you made and so many other studios made, it was very special. And I'm so honored that you and many of the other teams, decided to come to TGA to make the announcement, because I know how hard it is to make games right now. Work from home still, it's hard. And, I know we talked even earlier this year, and you were very, committed to having the Game Awards as a goal for the team, as you mentioned, to, work really hard this year and get ready for TGA. So I got nervous at one point because you were like, oh, we're not quite there with the quality, but it's like you delivered, and it was, I guess it's sometimes good to have the forcing function or the goal of, getting to TGA to make a really great trailer. So the team should be very proud.
ゲーム3年4年かかるんで、そこに向けてのリズムを作らないと僕の役割なんで、どっかであるものを、自分たちが作ってるものを、見せたいっていうのは当然あって、で、TJ がそこで最大の、披露する場所ではあると思います。ジェフの協力もいただいて、発表できるんで、こういう機会いただけて非常に嬉しいですね。はい、あとレアさんと、しおりさん、当然ティザーは見てるんですけど、事前にちっちゃいモニターでで一緒にでかいモニターで見て、オーディエンスがわーっとなるのを見て、もうかなり喜んでいただけたんで、そういう意味でも、僕は ファンに向けて作ってましたけど、ある種スタッフにも向けて作ってましたし、レアさんとかしおりさんのキャストに向けても作ってたという、非常にいい効果というか結果をもたらしてくれたというか、まあ出してよかったなという思います。はい。
No, and one of the great things about TGA is that we try and create content with the game studios that the fans like, but also, the wider entertainment world will appreciate. And that's what was great to have, Al Pacino join us and other people that are there to just sort of celebrate the power of games. And that was, you always make such amazing cinematic pieces. It's not a ad for the game. It's really this, it's really a, you hand edit these, and it's very special that I think people, get a new Hideo trailer. So yeah, I was very, very happy with how the show came together, and not just DS. I mean, there are a lot of other great games, and I love that we supported also a lot of independent studios, KJP, but also like Supergiant that made Hades, and they do it themselves. And it's nice we have this show where we can work with the big companies, but also all the independent studios and really support them and kind of rise up the whole industry together. And that's one thing that you've always been very supportive of with Game Awards, even when we started to do this independently. And so the fact that we make the show independently too, it's like kind of I get to make it now. I'm very, very lucky. So yeah, I feel very tired, but very proud of what we did. And to have you back here with us in LA was a great honor. So thank you for coming and bringing Leia, Shioli, Troy. It was great. And we saw Martin and Lauren from Churches were there, and it was you had a lot of friends of KJP were in the audience.
まあヘディーズ良かったですね、トレーラー。はい。スーパージャイアンツの皆さん会いたかったんですけど、パーティーでちょっと会えなかったんで残念ですけど、あとまあレアさんとしおりさんTJ に来ていただいて、まあ TJ っていうことをまあ映画の人たちなんで映画の祭典には慣れてるんですけど、ゲームのお祭りを知らなかったので、ぜひ見てほしいっていうことで来ていただいて、でまあ冒頭アルパチーノでみんなびっくりしてでイドニス・アルバとかキャプチャーしてるとかまあ結構そういうトレンドになってきてるのを見て、彼女たちもようやく分かったというか、そのゲームと映画がすごく近くなってきてるっていうで、ゲームのエンタメの力っていうのはすごいこう、パワーを持ってきているっていうで、自分たちがこのゲームの世界に足を踏み入れたことをまあすごいこう良かったというか、そういう感想をいただいたんで、非常に見ていただいてよかったと、その TGA を体感してもらって、はい。僕はいくら説明してもわからないことってあるんで、やっぱり、はい。
Yeah, no, that's one thing with TGA. Sometimes people say, like, well, why do you have the celebrities? Why do they just have, the game developers? We have lots of game developers that win the awards, but what's great, as you said, is it kind of builds the awareness of gaming. Al Pacino coming out, and as an actor, he's one of the most celebrated actors of all time. So for Christopher Judge to win the award from Al Pacino meant so much to him. And he could have won the award from Troy Baker, and that would have been fine. But Al Pacino, he looked up to as an icon when he was growing up, learning to be an actor. And I saw Chris after the show, and he's like, wow, Al Pacino. It's like, this is incredible. So things like that, I think, help elevate the medium and the discussion of it. And even backstage, Jessica Hennick, she was getting ready to present, and she was like, I can't believe Al Pacino would come to the Game Awards. This is wow, gaming's a big thing. And I think you and I both have this same vision that, even though games are such a big industry, it's not respected still the way it is of movies or some of these other industries. And it's changed a lot in the past, 2 or 3 decades, and certainly the past decade and through the pandemic. But that's one of the goals of TGA, is to really hopefully build something that everyone helps recognize how big games are. And you make amazing trailers and work with amazing talent. And it was really nice last night to, as you said, see it all kind of come together. So I'm very, very proud of the show, and so honored that you were a part of it. Because I remember last year when you were on the video, you said, I'll be there next year in person. And we didn't know that was going to be possible because the pandemic was still going on. And the fact, I'm so grateful that you were able to come and be a part of the show this year.
もうジェシカさん実は僕前からファンで、まあここだけの話っていうか、ここだけの話するとみんなに世界中に伝わりますけど、DS2 でキャスティングの候補には入っていました。最後の方まで会えなかったんですけど、今回ね。
Really?
まあ本人にまだ言ってない。
Okay. Wow. So maybe in the future you get to work with her.
まあ TGA のすごいとこってまあ、いわゆるゲームのアカデミー賞なんですけども、まあゲームの関係者は当然来ますし、アクターも来ますけど、映画関係者とミュージシャンとかパフォーマーが来るので、そこをアセンブルしてる 大きな賞っていうのがやっぱりこう重要だと思うんですよね。でゲームと映画は全然個別だった時代があるんですけども、今はデジタルなんで、音楽もデジタルなんで、一つの土俵で集めるべきなんですけど、なかなかそこはうまくいってなくて、でアセンブルする役割を、TJ が担ってるっていうのは確実だと思うので、皆さん話するとパーティーとかで50代ぐらいの人たち、50代、より若い人たちかな、大体子供の頃からゲームをやってるんで、ミュージシャン、パフォーマー、アクター、映画の監督さん、小説家、ほとんどゲームで育ってるんですよ。でこの事実がパーティーとかに行くと分かってて、だから彼らはゲームを全部吸収して映画を作ったり音楽を奏でたり小説を書いてるので、そこをもうちょっと分かりやすくする、それが TGA なのかなとは思います。
I agree. That's why I say to gaming fans that it's it's very exciting because I think the future is all of these things coming together, and there's going to be more blending of all these different mediums together, and it's an exciting thing. And he said, you've been here in LA for a while now, and every night I've been jealous because you've been going to these amazing dinners with creators, and I saw you visited Monkey Paw and Jordan Peele and Guillermo and all these creators who respect and love games. And it's very exciting to hear. I mean, even Al Pacino's like, I can't wait to meet Hideo Kojima. And it's like cool that everyone, you've done such a great job being an ambassador for gaming. So it's exciting to see that I think finally, these worlds are coming together, which is a good thing. And I think some game fans worry that like, oh, the games are not going to, the game industry selling out or is like, becoming too Hollywood. And actually, I think it's different. You have a lot of these really creative people that want to understand games and learn from someone like you, which I think is a good thing for the industry.
そうです。映画監督とか小説家の人とかアクターさんも、よくご飯を食べるっていうのはやっぱり皆さんゲームのファンなんですよね。映画監督ですけど子供の頃からゲームが好き、俳優さんです。俳優になろうとしたきっかけもゲームにあったりするので、僕ら、ジェフは僕より若いですけど、ジェフも僕もちょっと過去のことを思ってしまうとゲームはちょっとあんまり印象がなかった時代があるんですけど、今はもう全然そんなことはなくて、ゲームをやってない人はまずいないので、ゲームっていうのはテクノロジー依存なんでどんどん形は変わるので、今のゲームのようなものが残るかどうか分かりませんけど、デジタルのエンターテインメントというのはどこまでも可能性はあるので、僕は全く心配してませんし、こんだけゲームを遊んでいる人たちがいろんな世界に出ていってるので、彼らをもう一度ゲームっていう16番に集めることで結構楽しい未来が作れるのではないかと思います。で、その役割の一つがTGA であると思いますね。はい。
Yeah, and I think you're right. Now, these people can actually connect with game creators. And one of the things that I think is so hard is that, like Jordan Peele, a great example, is a huge fan of yours, but you guys had never met, and I don't think he even knew how to get in contact with you. And then you guys had, I think, a very special meeting this week, right? You got to visit with him, and it seems like you guys. I really feel that it feels like you guys are. We saw the photo, and it feels like that's meaningful, those connections. Which he said that he really loved your games. I remember the first time we spoke to him, and it was like it's clear Metal Gear was very inspirational for him, which was awesome to hear. So yeah, I hope that there'll be more more of this coming soon. So we should maybe talk a little bit about DS2 because I'm sure people want to understand what we can find out about it. Probably not going to share a lot, but I think a lot of the fans love the trailer and obviously have a lot of questions about things, and I know you want to let them kind of figure it out on their own. But the thing I see a lot on social media, people are wondering about the characters that we got to see in the trailer. We didn't see Elle, so people don't know kind of what she's doing, but obviously Fragile is a big part of the trailer. Why did you make it? Why was it focused on Fragile and her story? Is there any sense of why you did that?
これはあんまり言えないんですけど、エルさんとしおりさんは、トレーラーには出てないんですよ。でこれはおいおいこういう役っていうのをお伝えできると思うんですけども、フーアムアイから始まって女性3人をキャスティングの紹介をしてきたんですけど、ちょっと難しいんですけどいいのが、その女性3人が結構重要な、お話になってます。 で今のところそれぐらいしか言えないですけど、当然フラジャイルも重要です。で、エルさんがどんな役で出るか、しおりさんがどんな役で出るかちょっと期待していただいていいと思うんです。結構びっくりするぶっ飛んだことをやってますんで、ちょっともうちょっと先になるかな、紹介できると思います。見たこともないものを見ることになると思います。
I tried, guys. All right. See what Well, no, it's such a beautiful piece, and I think people know, obviously that played and loved DS are excited about where you're going to take it. But obviously, there were some hints. I mean, the ship there. I mean, there's obviously a lot going on in your head around this game, and obviously, this was just the first trailer of what I'm sure will be many. So yeah, it was beautiful. I really am excited about what you're going to do, not only with the story, but I think everyone's curious about, well, what's the gameplay going to be, and how are you going to kind of, the scenarios, how are they going to change? So I won't ask you that because I know you're not going to answer it. But what did you think of at TGA overall? What did you think of the games that won? Were there any other games or anything that stood out to you as a creator that might have inspired you?
ちょっとトレーラーをスマホで見てるとちょっとちっちゃいので、ちょっとでかいめのモニターで見て、ディテールを見ていただくとヒントがいっぱい、仕込んでいますんで、気がついてる人もいますけど、戦艦のコックピットにズームしたりとか、いろんなところに嘘は全然ついてないので、そこをちょっとズームしてもらって、議論を重ねるという、それが僕がしてほしいことですね。僕の登場で曲がなんで鳴ってたのかとかなんか怒られそうです。3年ぶりでもう大々的で、やっぱエンタメの塊というか、ほっとしたのと、やっぱりこう未来を感じました。非常に嬉しかったですし、スーパージャイアンツのトレーラーも良かったんですけど、やっぱりもう冒頭のもうアルパチーノにつきますね。衝撃というのはいきなりアルパチーノが出てくるってなかなか、映画関係の祭典でもないという思いますんで、アルパチーノ一人勝ちみたいな感じでしたね。今後の将来の TJ の在り方を決めるような大きなファーストインパクトだったと思います。
Yeah. No, it was a interesting story there because I had heard a few years ago that he was interested in gaming, and you and I both know Jane Rosenthal, who runs the Tribeca Film Festival, and you and I were there when you got to meet Robert De Niro, which one of your heroes, many years ago. And she produces a lot of Robert De Niro's movies that obviously Al Pacino has been in. So I heard that he was kind of interested in thinking about games, and his as he's talked about in his speech, his kids play video games, are interested in it. So I had reached out to him just to say, like, hey, would you ever be interested in doing something at TGA? And we talked a few years ago, and it didn't work out because he was busy working on The Irishman. And I just happened to ask this year, and the response back was, Al is all in. He's very excited to kind of come to the show. And some people I think online are like, did you pay him something? Why did you show up? And it's like, no, he really just came because he was interested. He's not paid anything. He's really just coming as someone who's curious about the world and wanted to really pay respect to the actors that were doing the work. And I think for him to say that the acting that's being done in games is as important or as good as what's in a movie, coming from someone like Al Pacino, I think helps, as we were saying, kind of rise the appreciation of gaming. So yeah, we were really honored for him to say yes to do that. And it also then helps because other actors are like, oh, maybe I should do something in games. Well, if Al Pacino goes, maybe I should go. And it's not, some fans online say, well, why would Al Pacino be there? He's never been in a video game. And it's like, you should only have actors that are in video games. And I don't believe that. I think it actually, to the actors themselves, to receive an award from Al Pacino is probably one of the most meaningful things that could happen to an actor, just like when Christopher Nolan will present an award to Naughty Dog. Like, that's amazing moment for them. So I see some of that feedback online, but I really think with the right people, it can be very, they said a big buzz and impactful.
アルパチーノ僕は大ファンなんですけど、ゴッドファーザー、セルピコとかヒートとか映画で彼を知って育ったんですけど、例えばレアさんが登壇したとして、レアさんもすごい素晴らしい映画いっぱい出ておられるんですけど、 今の人たちがレアさんをデスストのフラジャイルで知るっていうのはもう当たり前のことになってくると思うので、そのアルパチーノが最初に出たっていう今はいろいろ賛否があったと思いますけど、5年10年経つとそうではなくなるそのアイコンとなると思うんです、最初の登壇というか。なんでこう今回の TJ はそういう意味では記念すべき、回だったとは思います。
I agree. Yeah, that's. I think you said it was. We were so honored that he said yes, and his speech was very, real. He wasn't there to promote a movie, right? Because sometimes people come to promote a movie. Like Jessica was there to promote Glass Onion, and then that's great. But yeah, Al really he didn't have any movie to promote. He was there because he was just curious and interested, and really wanted to meet people and understand the world. So yeah, we were very happy. The response from the fans has been incredible this year, and especially after the pandemic. The game development's been so slow because of work from home. So I thought there were so many exciting games. I think there's a lot of excitement now around like the future of games, and the support from KJP and you made it a really special TGA.
昔はテレビ俳優とスクリーン俳優って大きく分かれてて、テレビ俳優は映画俳優になれなかった時代があったんですけど、映画俳優、テレビ俳優、ゲーム俳優ってこれ分ける必要は全くないわけです。で、今、言われてるのはそこを分けてる人たちがいろいろ言ってるんでしょうけど、全部デジタルなんでどれに出ようがいいわけですよね、俳優さん。で、どこで不安になろうがいいわけですよ。観客というかユーザーというか。なんでそういうのを取っ払う一つの、今回衝撃だったと思います。
I also wanted to ask you about we had Animal from the Muppets in the show, and he mentioned your name, Kojima. What did you think of that? Do you know who the Muppets are? Did Muppets make in Japan?
はい、僕マペット、ジム・ヘンソン、セサミストリー、How to get to Sesame Street、なんていう日本ではですね、英語で流れてたんですよね、セサミストリートって。で子供の頃がそれを見て、なんかこうテキストが売ってるんで本屋さんに行くと、それを見ながら見てる世代なので、マペットたちは大好きですし、はい、嬉しいですよ、彼に「コジマ!」とか言ってもらって、はい、クッキーモンスターとか大好きですけどね。
Okay, well, we'll work on Cookie Monster. We'll have to get Cookie Monster for next year for you. You and Cookie Monster can do a presentation.
クッキーモンスター片手しかないの、ずっと子供の頃から気になってた。手両方入れてるからな。
Yeah, one guy gets a hand and one gets a Yeah, that's actually sometimes. Yeah, some of the puppets they have to do two people because it's like one person has the hand, and when they have what they call second hands, it's like a second person, which is very complicated. It's amazing. They're so talented, and the guy that performs Animal is a big Hideo fan, so he actually came up with the joke about I'll hide in a box, Animal hide in box or whatever. And it was I love that. It's another thing that it's not like he has a game to promote, but he's just like it's just fun, and we like to have a little humor. And when I produce the show, you hope that you have some news and some humor and some an icon like Al Pacino, and you want to have a little bit of everything. And yeah, we were very happy, and even like Halsey performing, that was really cool, and she's big musician, and her doing her song I thought was really cool. So we try and have different things that come together. So yeah, we were very happy with the show, and honored that you were a part of it. Well, we just finished 2022, and this is what's great about TGA is that it really is the last thing of the year, right? Because it's sort of everyone comes together and then goes to the holidays, and 2023 is coming up, so we're going to be busy. We announced last at the show that we're going to do a special concert at the Hollywood Bowl, which is their iconic venue of video game music next summer. So that's a big thing that I'm excited about, and I'll do my Summer Game Fest again, and of course Game Awards. But I'm curious for you in 2023, what can we expect for you personally, Mr. Kojima, and Kojima Productions next year?
来年は今年より忙しくなるので、あんまり考えたくないというかですね、DS2 もありますし、もう一本もありますし、映画の方仕込みをいっぱいしてますんで、それといろんなクリエイターからコラボしませんかと言われてまして、全部は無理なんですけど、なるべく死ぬ前にいろいろやりたいので、そこを考えながら、やっていく年ですね。事務所が、今年で7周年なんですけど、事務所を移動して大きくなったのもありまして、コジプロというエンタープライズ号の、次の旅というか、第2のフェーズに入る年なので、結構 楽しい年になります。サプライズできると思います。いろいろ。
Wow, we're very excited, and yeah, I think it's exciting. You said that you have DS2 announced, but I know you have many other ideas and projects as games, but other. So we've talked about just like TGA kind of expanding beyond other mediums, and this podcast is one of those things, right? Which has been a lot of fun to do this year with you, and we have some amazing guests planned. I know for 2023 for the podcast as well. So I think it's only going to get better, and it'll be really fun.
そうです。本気でスタッフともどもやってますので、ゲストの方にも協力していただいて、なんていうんですか、映画も、そのストリームになって音楽も結構消費されていくものが多い中、そうではないちょっと心に残るというか、そういう番組を作りたいっていうことで Spotify の方々と握り合って、なかなかそういう番組作らせてもらえないんでしょうけどそういうことでやってますんで、ぜひこれを続けながらどんどん番組を良くして、消費されるというか、消化されるだけじゃなくて皆さんの心に残り蓄積してそれが、パワーになるようなそういう番組にしていければなと思います。はい。
Yes, hope that we will continue to inspire people with 2023, and I know we've got some great things planned. Well, it's time to wrap up the show now. Today was Brain Structure's first attempt at a video podcast. Here we are at the LA Spotify studio. Mr. Kojima, how did you like this recording of Brain Structure with the video cameras?
ビデオでどんどん、最初でちょっとドキドキしましたけど、いつもの感じでできたので、いいですよね、こういうのもね。はい。
Yeah, because you don't even think about the cameras, yeah.
考えて、はい。2023年はちょっと TGA のコーナーをもっと拡大して、3倍ぐらいの時間とかいいんじゃないですか。ジェフがずっと喋ってるみたいな。
Yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun being able to be part of it. And I think I've also had a lot of fun when we do these interviews together, right? And that's been really fun to have, like, we did Jordan Peele, or people will, heard our Norman Reedus chat and, other great things. So it's been fun to kind of team up with you and talk to people as well. So I'm honored to be a part of it. And I know we're going to do many more. We've got some amazing special guests lined up for 2023 for sure.
僕らもそのゲストの人と出会いの場にこの、ブレインストラクチャーがなると思いますし、聞いてる人たちもその人たちとの出会いの場になると思うので、そういう番組になればいいかなと思いますし、ジェフの番組はですね、別プレミアム会員っていうのを作って、ジェフはもう業界のこと全部知ってますから、もうどれがいつ発売とかみんな知ってるんで、その会員だけが聞ける裏 TGA みたいな、この来年からどうですかね。
The inside scoop, exactly. I can leak the DS2 release date, right, of the premium version. So it's like we'll start today. Yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, we were actually very lucky at TGA this year that we were able to have like some surprise because, I think people knew you were probably going to come to TGA maybe and show something, but, like Hades, total surprise. And yeah, we were nice that we could kind of surprise people because it's very hard now because there's so many leaks in the industry and speculations about things. You're right. Fans definitely want to know a lot. All right, well, we're going to wrap up this special video podcast, but as always, we're continuing to accept messages from our listeners, so please send in your thoughts, ideas for topics or guests, and anything in between. The link to the message form can be found in the episode description, and we're looking forward, like Hideo said, to hearing your feedback so we can make Brain Structure even better.
はい、ジェフ今日はありがとうございました。お疲れの中DJ 明けなんですけど、はい、ありがとうございます。楽しい番組になったと思います。ということで、秀夫小島プレゼンツ、ブレインストラクチャー、次回もお楽しみください。それでは皆さんさようなら。はい、こんにちは、小島秀夫です。 ポッドキャストプログラム、ヒデオコジマプレゼンツ、ブレインストラクチャー、今回はパートナーにジェフをお迎えして、ここ、Spotify LA から特別にですね、許可をいただきましたので、少し、オフィスを見学させてもらいに行きましょう。レッツゴー！
Let's go! Wow.
Hi, welcome. Hi, I'm Melissa.
I'm Hideo.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Hi.
nice to meet you. So this is our LA offices of Spotify.
すごい。
This is our barista area to get coffee.
おー、なんかいい感じやね。
Wow, it's very open space.
This building is 3 stories, all for office space. And then after you get your drinks, I'll show you the production spaces.
Wow.
Okay.
This is our patio space.
Yeah.
And it's private to Spotify, just this, and we have a lot of parties. This is our cafeteria where we have lunch and different food every day. We have a salad bar.
あ、これ？あ、すごいすごい。あ、これは広いな。
So this is our event hall. Then we have a video wall. And we have 5 cameras here so we could record a podcast, a video podcast on the stage.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Amazing video screen. And you can Zoom a guest also if someone
Right.
isn't here
Cool.
to be part of it or show a movie.
ここにしようかな、僕スタジオ。
Oh, okay. Will you share?
Wow, it looks so nice.
これアトモスのあれデモですね。はい。
We also have a Dolby Atmos recording studio here.
Wow.
これは最高やね。
You can play a movie, obviously, or
こうティーチング。
Zoom,
Yeah.
or a slideshow for a meeting.
これはキューブリック？
Yes, from The Shining. Yes, yes.
Welcome.
Live show.
ライブショー。
So we have a podcast on Spotify called Quiet Part Loud. So a few weeks ago, we premiered the first 3 episodes. And at the end of the 3 episodes, we brought in Jordan Peele in the back and nobody knew.
Oh.
And then when the lights came up, he went down to the couches and did a Q&A.
Yeah, he's been on our podcast too.
I
Right?
know.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought that was cool. Yeah, he was so nice.
まあ彼は天才なんでね。
Yeah, absolutely. So it was nice to meet him and now you.
This is cool.
Yes. Where we invite a band in to reimagine one of their popular songs. So we offer them our own instruments so that they can think a different way about the songs they're used to playing. So I'm going to show you some of those instruments.
Cool.
So this piano belonged to Nora Jones, and she recorded Don't Know Why on this piano. This bass rig is Peter Hook's from New Order and Joy Division.
He loves Gloria.
このベース。フッキーのベース触っちゃった。
So that's the office tour here in Los Angeles. What do you think?
いやもうすごいですよ。うん、東京では無理ですね。彼は
So next time you come, we'll have more game consoles for you to play video games. We'll
Be great.
play.
It's a beautiful office though. Yeah, very, very nice. It's yeah.
We're very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hideo Kojima presents Brain Structure.
So Hideo, what did you think of the office? It was beautiful, right?
まあもう素晴らしい環境で羨ましいですね。こういう環境は。はい。
Yeah. No, I agree. I think this environment too, it inspires me when I'm here because I feel more creative when I'm in an environment like this. And I think especially after so many years of working from home, to be in a space like this, it really gets me excited to imagine more.
まあコロナがあったので、リモートが多いとは思うんですけども、まあうちのスタジオもそうですけど、やっぱりこういう環境で、みんな集まって刺激し合うっていうことが一番クリエイティビティに影響を与えると思うので、 そこは、再認識しました。このスタジオを見て。はい。
I agree. So you've been here for a few weeks. Everyone was predicting you were going to maybe be at Game Awards because they saw you around LA. Seems like you've had a lot of good dinners and special guests and some PCAP. How has your time been here in Los Angeles?
ロスも3年ぶりだったので、ちょっと最初不安というか、だったんですけど、まあ来てから全然そんなことはなくて、まあほぼシューティングをしてましたけど、シューティングをしながら、まあ毎晩まだ、まあ3年間会えなかった人たちと再び会えて、実際にハグしたりとか近い距離で喋ったりできたので、やっぱり人間のコミュニケーションってやっぱり重要だなと思いました。実際に同じ空間、同じ温度とか同じ空気を吸うっていうのがいかに大切かっていうのは分かりました。非常に良かったです、今回の滞在は。
Yeah, no, it was very nice, you said, to see everyone together again, and I missed that. In 3 years, such a long time to not see you. And he said I still felt kind of connected on the video, but it's just so different when you get to sit with people and spend time with them. And it really feeds my soul, I think, that to see my friends again.
でまあ3年ぶりの人は多かったんですけど、ハグがですね、まあ、デルトロとかも体折れるんちゃうかぐらいギュッとされて、まあ皆さんそういう感じで、やっぱり人間の付き合いというかコミュニケーション、絆っていうのは、やっぱり近くにいて分かるっていうのがあると思うので、非常に重要な体験でしたね。
Well, this year we've also had a lot of fun doing Brain Structure. I was so honored when you reached out to me and said you wanted me to be a part of this podcast, and I also think that's a trend now to be able to talk, directly to the fans. In the past, you'd have to always, go through the media or other ways. So, what do you think the significance is now that you have this podcast and ability to connect, which is, different than when you tweet a message or something?
昔は、作家とか、アーティストは作品で語るべきって言われた時代があったんですけど、今はその直接ユーザーとつながる装置というか、素敵な、まあ、SNS もそうですけど、まあ、Spotify もそうなんですけど、ユーザーとクリエイターの距離がすごく近くになるので、それで刺激されて、クリエイターがどんどん増えていけばいいと思うの、相乗効果になると思うので、これを使わない手はないと思います。当然時間は使うんで、時間は有限なんで、ものづくりとそういう、活動っていうのは、まあ、コントロールしないといけないですけどね。
I agree. Well, we're going to wrap things up here. It's so fun. I could sit on this couch all day with you here at Spotify. But yeah, it's been really great to do this tour and also, record our episode of Brain Structure on video.
はい。ということで、お時間となりました。今日はお付き合いありがとうございます、ジェフ。では皆さん、ぜひブレインストラクチャーを今後もよろしくお願いします。では、さようなら。
さようなら。